Radio Network. 88.5, 103.9, 102.5 Edge FM.
15 degrees in Melbourne, showers easing tomorrow, a top of 18. It's 5 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Tony Tardio. The driver accused of killing 5 people in the Daylesford Beer Garden tragedy has faced court for the first time since being granted bail. Gillian Lantouris reports.
The 66-year-old remained mainly silent as he appeared via video link here at the Ballarat Magistrates Court. The Mount Macedon man has been charged with 14 offences after his BMW allegedly careered into the Royal Daylesford Hotel on Cup weekend, killing 5 people from 2 families and injuring another 5, including a baby. Relatives of the deceased also appeared in court via video link but didn't speak. A 6-day committal hearing has been scheduled for September 16. There's 13 witnesses that will be called during the 6 days. Mr. Swale will remain on bail until his next court appearance here in September.
The Bondi Junction Shopping Centre in Sydney has opened today for community members to pay their respects and reflect on the recent tragedy. The complex has been closed following the horror stabbings last Saturday, where 6 people were killed. Reporter Hayley Francis says changes will be made to the shopping centre when it opens to shoppers tomorrow.
We've seen the centre adopt what they call a quiet setting, so for the next few weeks or maybe even months, music will be played at a reduced level, and also all advertising signboards throughout the centre will instead be replaced with a black ribbon, which is the symbol of mourning. On level 4, where a lot of the horrors of Saturday played out, that has been transformed into somewhat of a tribute, which will stay there for quite a few months. It's a place where their flowers can be laid.
The Premier has flatly rejected a Victoria Police push for a New South Wales-style permit system for protests in Melbourne, despite police pulling thousands of officers away from crime-fighting duties to man the soaring number of rallies. Endless protests are forcing police to pull 10,000 shifts from suburbs and regional towns to monitor disruptions in the city. In the last 6 months alone, 560 protests have been held in the CBD, and the force is forking out tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars to respond to each major rally. The Premier has ruled out introducing a permit system, declaring officers already have powers to intervene when rallies turn violent.
The advice I have in terms of how that system works in New South Wales is that it's administratively cumbersome. And quite frankly, the right to gather together in a peaceful and respectful way is an important right for our community and society. The
bishop who was stabbed during a terror attack in Sydney has spoken for the first time, forgiving his alleged attacker and appealing for calm. The 16-year-old youth accused of carrying out the attack remains in hospital under police guard. In an audio message posted to social media, the bishop says he forgives.
The Lord Jesus never said to us, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. The Lord Jesus said, never return evil with evil, but return evil with good.
In finance news, the share market up 37 points, the dollar by 64.43 US cents.
Echuca Auto Group, the home of Kia and Cherry, Northern Highway Echuca.
Geelong will regain Patrick Dangerfield, Tom Hawkins and Jake Kolodashny for Saturday's clash against Brisbane. Cats coach Chris Scott hasn't made a call on who will make way, but he says he wants to see more of emerging big man Shannon Neal.
I think it's reasonable, and I've flagged this previously, that we will play Hawkins, Cameron and Neil in the same team at some point. Obviously the way we sort of think about our ruckman sort of builds into that conversation as well. We're really pleased with the way he played, and it would be our preference to keep going with him.
Collingwood coach Craig McRae has shot down suggestions his players have been told not to be in social pictures with possible trade target Doug Bailey Smith. Manchester City has been knocked out of the Champions League with a penalty shootout loss to Real Madrid. Arsenal has bowed out after losing to Bayern Munich 1-0. It's 5:05. That's the latest in news and sport.
G'day, it's Fantasia with the latest in sport. Richmond defender Jaden Short has been ruled out of action for at least 3 weeks. The 28-year-old strained his calf against the Eagles at the weekend, substituted out after suffering the injury in the second quarter of the loss. Collingwood's Scott Pendlebury has passed a fitness test and is in line to face Port Adelaide at the MCG on Saturday afternoon. The 36-year-old was substituted out of the gather-round win over Hawthorn after sustaining fractured ribs in the 5-point victory at Adelaide Oval. Coach Craig McRae says it'll come down to how the veteran recovers from today's training session.
He's a marvel at his ability to recover and get ready to play, so it might be hard to leave him out.
And round 6 of AFL action kicks off tonight, St Kilda hosting the Western Bulldogs at Marvel Stadium. The Doggies making 3 changes, while for the Saints, Zach Jones comes in for the injured Max King. That's the latest in sport.
If you're a tradie and you can't afford $30 a week to market your business, are you even serious about success? Be a trusty tradie. Call 5881-1811.
Advertise with the local station that gets you results. That's us. Call today on 5881-1811 and get your business on the radio.
Echuca Better Home Living are throwing Ant and Owen's Easter Extravaganza sale. Hop in for some excellent savings. The Extravaganza sale on now at Echuca Better Home Living in the Homemaker Centre, Ogilvy Avenue, Echuca. Sale ends April 30.
102.5 Edge FM, your official emergency broadcaster. Edge FM weather.
Locally owned and operated, Carpet Court Echuca inspires you to dream it, style it, and most importantly, live it.
Your 4-day forecast across northern Victoria and southern Riverina. Mostly sunny this afternoon, wind southwesterly 20 to 30 k's, becoming light later this evening. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, heading for a top of 21 degrees. Sunny conditions expected on Saturday, 23, and to Sunday, more sunny conditions expected and a top of 24 degrees.
The Big Mac is the original mouthful, a one-of-a-kind flavour that now comes in 3 sizes.
Right now, it's 19.